And action.
Hi there. Thank you for joining me on Between Two Birds. I am your host, Mrs. Shoemaker. I have created the show as a way for my students / viewers to learn more about various writers and poets. And these writers and poets will be joining me on this stage. Now, I have kept this show small because I do not want the big networks like E! Coming in and stealing my show. What you will receive is a quality educational program. And with that, let's introduce our first guest. He has written several novels. He is a veteran of World War I. He enjoys hunting and fishing in his spare time. Please welcome the macho man himself, Ernest Hemingway. Hello, Mr. Hemingway. So glad you could take the time to be with us today. According to the Complete Idiot's Guide of American Literature, you have forged a literary reputation unsurpassed in the 20th century and created a mythological hero in yourself that captivated and confounded not only serious literary critics, but the average reader. In a word, you are a star. How do you respond to that?
I am a star. Not only have I written award-winning novels like A Farewell to Arms, For Whom the Bell Tolls, The Old Man and the Sea, I am an amazing hunter and fisherman. I have killed lions in Africa, elk in my home in Idaho, and caught enormous fish off the coast of Cuba. No man is manlier than me. I am a star in all of the manliest of things.
I see. Well, you certainly look manly. Cute little sweater and little beard. But now I want to talk to you about your writing techniques. You are known for a writing term called parataxis. Could you explain to our viewers what exactly that means?
Parataxis? I would just call it manly writing. I don't have to use a lot of womanly words to write what I mean. It's stripped down writing, bare bones like the animals after I have harvested their flesh and hides. I have heard people say I use the iceberg theory as well, where I only allow the reader a small glimpse of the meaning and the rest of the meaning is under the surface and must be implied. Icebergs are manly, so I'll go with that.
Delightful, especially the part about the animal hides. Now, for Old Man in the Sea, you employed a stream of consciousness style of writing. Talk to me about that.
The style of writing mimics the imagery of spending days out on the sea. That was my last novel, and some say my best. Literary critics claim it is an allegory for the last days of Christ, but I have refuted that many times. Allegories aren't manly. Yeah, I'm talking to you, C.S. Lewis. At that time in my life, I was having a lot of thoughts. Doctors have said I have undiagnosed mental and emotional disorders from multiple head traumas, suffered by doing manly things like slipping off my boat and having quite a few car accidents and one plane crash. And the emotional stuff comes from some things that happened when I was a child, my dad killing himself, my hatred of my mom. Anyway, stream of consciousness, much like the way I am speaking now, was the way I wrote then because that's where I was in life.
I see what you did there. Clever. Okay, since we're discussing your life, I want to ask you a rather difficult question right now since we're on the topic. Would you also say that you had a problem with alcohol addiction?
I wouldn't say I had a problem with it. My friends seem to think I did. Doctors, maybe. Different wives I had, like they would know.
Okay, Mr. Hemingway. I do appreciate you making an effort to be on our show from beyond the grave. And so, to our last question. Based on articles written in different decades about your life, your death eventually ruled a suicide. seemed to lead people to believe that you were disappointed in your life. That perhaps even you weren't manly enough for you. That as long as you were writing or killing animals, you could keep your thoughts from your own death. How do you respond to these allegations? This interview is over. Mary, my elephant! Get me my elephant! We're riding home! Tragic indeed. I see that I have touched a nerve there. Well, please join us next time when we'll be sitting down with another writing master on Between Two Birds.